Thai people have lived with dogs for as long as any of us can remember. In the past, they were a way to keep your family safe by guarding against burglars and unwanted strangers straying onto your property. However, in the last few decades, there has been a bit of a cultural shift.
I would say dog ownership is in its developmental stages in Thailand specifically and in Asia in general. It's a developing cultural concept. Some of the implications of pet ownership being a new thing is the infrastructure around owning pets is not really there. So for example, there's not a lot of parks in the city that will allow dogs. There's a very big stray population, although better than it's been. There's still quite a few strays. So kind of getting to the point where the Thai dog situation looks similar to what you'd see in the West is quite a few years to go. But I think it's developing.
With one of the lowest birth rates in Southeast Asia, Thailand has seen a rising trend in pet humanization, where an increasing number of Thais turn to pets for companionship. But if people get dogs for the wrong reasons, that can lead to problems down the road.
There's many motivations that people have for getting a dog, but you can break them down into two categories. First category is good motivations. Second category is future disaster. So the problems that you can encounter when you get a dog are directly related to your motivations for obtaining a dog in the first place. So if you've gotten the dog because you want a companion, you want a friend, you want a pet to fill a role in your family, usually things go okay. You know, with just very decent, basic guidance for the dog will work out. If you've gotten the dog as for function, as a kind of dog that fulfills a working role in your life, for example, as a service dog or as a guard dog and so forth, you would really need to train that dog. An improper reason to get a dog would be something that's very superficial. For example, you saw that kind of dog on TV and so you grabbed one. Or your best friend or your favorite actor has got that particular breed of dog. So not really knowing anything about the dog, you just got it as a sort of a accoutrement, sort of something that's, like a nice handbag. Another ill motivation is getting the dog as a way to teach your kids responsibility. It sounds all right when you think about it in the beginning, but in actual fact, your children do not have the ability to financially take care of a dog, and their time is not their own. If you got the dog from some of these motivations that are less than ideal, then you're going to find problems along the way because you haven't really thought it through all the way in terms of what the dog will be doing in 5 or 10 or 15 years from now.
These days, many Thai people treat their dogs as part of the family, devoting time, love, and affection to them, as they would to their children. Some pampered pooches even have a more extensive puppy wardrobe than the average Thai celebrity. It might seem heartwarming and cute on the surface, but is this actually a good thing for our four-legged friends?
One of the most common problems that we see is a miscommunication between the dog and the owner, where the owner has given the dog everything that the dog wants because they love the dog, and that's understandable. But the dog takes those things in a different way. He's not seeing it the way that the owner is trying to portray. He's trying to show the dog that he loves him by giving him unlimited affection and toys and food and treats and things like that. But what happens to the dog is that he starts to think that all of those things are a right that he has, and that he's getting those things because of who he is. So he must be the boss.
So, the wrong habits can end up causing issues for you and your pet. But what can people in Thailand do once they've realized their mistake?
There are limited options, especially in Thailand. Sometimes you just have to rehome the dog. But another option is to try to address the problem.
Patrick and his team at K9 help dog owners train their four-legged friends in a range of impressive skills, including obedience, scent discrimination, and protection. With each K9 class, he's helping to build deeper, better bonds with his clients and their dogs.
So what we do here is we really work with the owners to straighten out the relationship and make sure that the dog understands who he is and that the owner understands who he is.
As the importance of pets increases in the Thai family home, so does the amount of activities and care that people invest in their pets. And with experts like Patrick and his team ready to help dogs and their owners, it's clear that there's a bright future ahead in Thailand for man's best friend.